Hello everyone, this is Nick with the Burroughs Clinic, and today we have a 10-minute seated range of motion program for you in order to help your joints feel better. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up your body, starting with your lungs. Placing your hands on your abdominal region, take a deep breath in through your nose, expanding your abdominal region out. We're going to try to hold that breath for about 7 seconds. And then blow out for 8 seconds. And as you blow out, you want to try to release all the air from your lungs. Let's try that 2 more times. Hold for 7 seconds. And blow out. Last one, breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold for 7. Trying to expand your stomach as far as it can go. And blow out. Okay, let's move from your lungs to your neck. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take your chin and tuck it back and forth. Almost like you're making a double chin. Let's just do a couple repetitions and then move into looking up and looking down, okay? If you feel some pain, back off on the range of motion a little bit. If you feel some tightness, the idea is that the more you do this, the looser that area will become. Okay, so let's look left and right, looking over your shoulder. And then let's bend your ear to your shoulder, so we'll do some side bending here. Just a couple repetitions. Moving on to your shoulder blades, lift them up and down. As you lift them up, you want to try to squeeze the muscle complex as best you can. And then forward and back. Squeeze the muscles in the front, muscles in the back. Okay, now we're going to lift your arm. We're going to work on the shoulder joint itself. Lift your arms up and down. One arm out to the side as best you can go. Turn it in and turn it out. And then you're going to bend your elbow up and squeeze your muscle. And straighten it up and squeeze the muscle in the back, the tricep muscle. Squeeze the bicep and the tricep. Now move to your wrist and make circles with your wrist. And then extend your fingers out and make a fist. Okay. Let's switch sides to your right side. Turn your arm down and up. If you can't lift your arm this high, it's okay to lift your arm a little lower. Turn your arm down, in and out. And then bend your elbow up and squeeze your bicep muscle, and then squeeze your tricep. Moving on to your wrist, make circles with your wrist, both clockwise and counterclockwise. And then extend your fingers out and in, making a fist as you squeeze them in. Okay, let's move on to your trunk region. What you're going to do is you're going to start by twisting to one side and then the other, looking over of your shoulder, okay? Don't push too much into pain. If it hurts, back off on the range of motion a little bit. You can use your hand to help twist your body as well. Now let's bend your trunk to the right side and then the left side. Okay, so now what you're going to do is we're going to work on your low back at this point. Place your hands on your thighs and just bend forward at your hips, sliding your arms down your leg in front of you. Go as far as you can, and then come back up, and then you want to look up and bend backwards. Down. The goal is to try to get your hands on the floor. Look up and bend your back backwards. Okay, so that is the low back. Let's go into the hips now. The first thing in the seated position you're going to do is you're going to move your legs out to the side as far as you can, then bring them in and touch your knees together. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to lift your leg up in the air towards your chest. If you need to use your hands to help that, that's okay. So let's pick it up and bring your knee towards your chest and down. Let's go ahead and alternate this. Knee up towards your chest. Use those hands as you need to. Again, the more that you do these repetitions, the further you should be able to move your leg or joint. Okay, so let's move on to your knees. Let's scoot your buttocks to the edge of the chair. And what you're going to do with your knees here is you're going to start by extending your leg out and tightening your thigh muscle, and then bending your leg backwards as best you can. If you hear popping and clicking, that's okay. Doesn't necessarily mean anything is wrong. Stand up and bend back. Okay, let's move on to your ankles now. These are simple range of motion exercises. The first one we're going to do is you're going to push up on your toes, flexing your calf muscles in the back, drop your heels down, and then pull your toes up. This is a very basic range of motion program for all the joints in your body in a seated position to make it easier for you. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to keep your feet flat on the floor and rotate your feet to one side and then the other. Rotating onto the side of the foot. Next, we're going to rotate your feet out and rotate them in. Okay, so let's go back to the lungs and let's finish up with a couple of deep breaths. Again, hands on your abdominal region. Breathe in through your nose, expand your abdominal region out for a count of 4. Hold it for 7 seconds. And blow out. Blow out for a count of 8. Again, last one. And blow out. Let's finish this program by just reaching up, hands together, reach your arms up as high as you can go. Look up at the ceiling. Okay, so that concludes today's 10-minute